Well, hello, I'm back with the best EDC subcompact ever. This thing is awesome. So every good gun, like this little guy right here, this HK SPK5, needs a little brother. And this little brother here is the CC9. This is a 9mm pistol that runs about $6.99 MSRP. It's plus P rated, cannon grade steel. The slide and the barrel are DLC coated, so that's a premium feature as well. It's tested to NATO standards for full-size pistols. And I guess that NATO pistol standards is the AC 225 standards. But they also torture tested these things, and they also shot like 750,000 rounds testing these CC9s here. So for a subcompact, I mean, this thing is solid. It's tight. It looks, really high quality. And I actually already shot a video on this one, and then I lost that because I accidentally deleted some old files, and somehow the whole folder got deleted. So I'm reshooting this video. But great gun, and I'll shoot it some more. It really is a nice shooter, especially for the size. It's unbelievable. In fact, it comes with different grips here, and if you put those grips on it, it actually gives you the full length pistol pull as well as like the VP9. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is just a great little gun here. So in the case here, you get a little soft case here, little HK soft case here. Comes with 2 mags. So you get a 10 rounder and you get a 12 rounder. The 12 rounder is definitely more comfortable to shoot. It gives you that full length pistol grip size with the butt plate on this magazine here. So I really like shooting that. I'm probably going to pick up some more of these little 12 round mags. And then it comes, of course, with your owner's manual, operator manual, and you get, your lock, standard lock stuff, and then you get your little grip panel here so you can change out the grip module on this gun. So it's kind of nice that it's small, and it still has a grip module that you can change out to, customize it to your hand and give you that longer length of pull if you need. So, all right, well, let's see what else here. So they tested this in mud, sand, dust. They put it in looked like a little sand bead blasting machine and blasted this thing and fired it. Like, this thing was just unstoppable. And for the size, for an EDC gun that's lightweight, easy to carry, this is something that I would definitely consider. And for me, this is something I keep in my EDC bag, and I really like carrying it. It's lightweight. It's easy to deal with. So, so it does come with interchangeable backstraps here, like I said, 10, 12 round mags, high vis front sight. The high-vis front sight also has tritium in it, so it's a night sight as well as a high-vis sight, and blacked-out back rear sights. And I'll tell you, that's really nice. For me, I personally really like that. If y'all have watched my videos before, I like the high-vis front sights with the blacked-out rear sights. And this one here, it's really bright and really easy to see, so it really draws your eyes' attention quickly when you're shooting and hitting those follow-up shots. This thing is drop safe. It actually has a firing pin safe and a trigger safe. So if you drop this, it's got 2 separate safeties that work in this thing that would stop it from firing. So it's also a very safe pistol as well. Also has a takedown safety. So when you're taking it down, if you pull this thing back, it won't fire either. It's designed pretty well. It's designed as a very safe pistol as well. This has the RMSC footprint here on the back as an optics-ready, subcompact pistol here. It's got ambi slide stop, so you can hit that from the left or the right side. It has a little, well, I say little, but it's got a bright red chamber indicator here. So when you have a round in the chamber and it pops out, it's got a really nice chamber indicator on it as well. So the barrel is 3.32 inches on this thing, so your small subcompact barrel. It's also got a really thin slide. So this slide, it's less than an inch thick. This is actually the smallest gun in the HK lineup. So, and they just came out with this. They just kind of got into this market, about, 11 months ago or so. 12 months ago. So it hasn't been out for a really long time, but I've had a lot of time with this now and got to shoot it a lot, and I really enjoy shooting it. It's kind of crazy, you know. Doesn't have a, you know, comp on it or any of that kind of stuff, and it shoots very well. So this thing is about 4.5 inches long, and you know, it's just easy to carry, very easy to carry. One of the things I don't care for on some of these, and I think they could just do this with the mags, is this little hump back here. You know, the CZP10 has that as well, so then it kind of makes that a little bit longer. But on a gun like this, a subcompact, you're not really having too much of an issue with this as a concealed carry either. So it works out really well as a concealed carry gun. What else here? You know, I think it's got stippling here on it. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a patterned stippling here. It's kind of wavy. It's grippy. It grips in your hand pretty well. But I don't know, it's not really intense. So it is kind of lighter on the sides than it is on like the front and the rear. They definitely feel a little more, you get a little more grip there on the front and the rear here than you do really on the sides here of the gun. It does have some stippling here, or some patterning that's like stippling here up on the front here. Honestly, I didn't find that too useful, but you know, maybe you do. It's got an ambi mag release as well, so that's pretty nice, and you can push that either way. So you don't have to turn this one around like you would a Glock or some other pistol. It's already got it's on both sides, which is really nice. One of the things here is it is a little bit tough to pull back. I say tough to pull back, you know, for me. It's not really tough for me to pull back, but it is tough for like my wife or whatever to pull back this slide. It has got a very tight spring in it. But I'll tell you, this action is, when you manipulate this slide back, it is actually really smooth, much smoother than you'd normally get with a lot of pistols. You kind of get a little grinding feel or just kind of a rough feel. But this one is not like that. This one is like really, really smooth. The trigger on this is really awesome. I'm impressed with it. It feels like, you know, the modular guns where they have the little, you know, the cop on the Springfield Armories or on a SIG. You know, they've got that fire control group on there. So the trigger has a pretty distinct feel to it on those guns. And this one here, it really feels the same way. It's just a nice, clean break. Not much travel here. So a little bit of take up there. And then when you hit the wall, it's like a click and you fire this thing. So it feels really good. It's not, you know, a Glock out of the box is pretty hard to pull the trigger back. You know, the one, my 43X was like, really, it was like 6 pounds. So this one definitely is not 6 pounds. This one is definitely lighter than that. So this one here is probably about maybe 4.5 pounds. That's what it feels like to me. And it's really nice. Feels really good. The magwell on this, if you were wearing gloves, the magwell is a little bit short up in here. So if you're wearing gloves, you know, depending upon what size gloves you're wearing, you might have a harder time getting your finger in there on the trigger. But still, you can definitely do it. I don't think that's too much of an issue there. All right, so with this gun, accuracy-wise, it is very accurate. It's got a thick barrel in here as well. Kind of reminds me of like the Smith & Wessons, the Shield X. It's got that thick barrel. You know, it's really accurate, and definitely a softer recoil as well. So I actually shot this against a number of my smaller guns, and this one was like the most controllable without having, like, you know, my Glock 43X. I've got a comp on that. You know, I've got the Radiant Weapons comp on it, and you know, it doesn't compare to that, you know, as far as, you know, making it a softer shooter. But just out of the box like this, it's actually a really soft shooter. So I really like that. I mean, it's definitely fun to shoot. You know, some of the smaller subcompacts you shoot, you know, from everything from old stuff, you know, Ruger LCPs and just different things that are really small guns. You know, they're really snappy and they have got some sharp recoil. But this one, for its size, it is actually pretty impressive. That's why I say this is one of the best, you know, out there for this size pistol. It's definitely my favorite of this size pistol out of the box for a subcompact because it just fires so well. It's comfortable to shoot. It's really easy to control. When I started doing controlled groups on this and just shooting it and transitioning with it, I just couldn't believe how well I could stay on target, especially with this like really large high vis front sight. It just really, it really did well. Great trigger out of the box, very fast follow-up shots with this thing. Just a really good gun here. And I fired probably, I don't know, between 250 and 300 rounds through it. I've only got 2 mags, so at 10 and 12 rounds, I'm constantly reloading. So it's a little harder to spend a lot of time to get a lot of rounds out of this when you're constantly reloading the mags. But still, I think that's it's plenty to really get a good feel for this thing and see how it shoots and how it feels, and just the quality overall. I mean, it's definitely there. So I would say this pistol, is definitely, worth the money because it's just really well built here. The quality feels really good to me as far as really any other gun this size at all, even some, they're bigger size than this that are compacts. It runs pretty good. But I think that helps give it better control and that sort of thing as well. I've shot this against, the Glock 43X, the Hellcat, the Kel-Tex, I mean, you name it, Ruger. And so far, this has been just my favorite one for sure. This one definitely performs well. So, yeah, I mean, so I'd say in its class, this is, one of the best pistols in its class, hands down in my opinion. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that love their favorite gun brand and this sort of thing. And I'm not too gun brand loyal when it comes to like these smaller pistols like this. A lot of them are like, okay, it shoots, it does what it's supposed to do. Bullets come out of the end when I pull the trigger. This one was quite surprising when I first shot this. I was really impressed with it. So for its size and the way it shoots, I really believe that ease of control, the accuracy, all the things that come into play with this gun really make it worth it. And, if you're out there looking for a small compact carry gun, I think this one here is a really good one. And it's an HK. You're going to get good quality with HK, and it's a good price. This isn't a super expensive gun or anything that HK put out on this. So I really like that a lot. One of the downsides to me, though, is, your mags here, you only get a 10 round and a 12 round, but I mean, some states you can only have a 10 round mag anyway, so that's not even an issue. But I guess I'm spoiled. I like the 15 round mags. I got them from my Glock 43X, and so far I have not had any problems with those. But just for a subcompact conceal carry, you might use this in the summertime, and you might use it in your bag or just something to carry extra as an extra gun. I don't think it's a bad thing to have, the 10 and 12 round mags. I would prefer to have more, but that's kind of how it is. Everybody always wants more bullets, but, if you're not hitting them in 10 or 12, you're probably in trouble anyway. So, all right, y'all. Well, that's pretty much the verdict there. I feel like right now, this is the best subcompact gun out on the market in 9mm. I really truly believe it for the price. I don't think you're going to get much better than this for the price. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And I have some more content coming. Definitely have some content coming out with this little HK SP 5KS or SP5K. Sorry. Got some stuff that I'm going to be putting on this before I do the review. So, got some good fun toys to put on this. So be watching out for that. All right. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks to my subscribers. Y'all stay frosty, stay safe, and we will see you soon.